A startup in Europe recently shut down its entire content department. Not because the company was struggling, not because of budget cuts, because one AI agent now does everything that team of 5 used to do: writing, researching, publishing, reporting, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, without a salary. That's not a prediction. That's not a LinkedIn post trying to scare you. That happened last year. And the crazy part? Most people watching this video have no idea what an AI agent actually is. They've heard the term, they've seen it in headlines, but nobody has actually explained what it does, how it works, and, most importantly, what it means for you personally. That changes today. By the end of this video, you'll understand AI agents better than 95% of the people around you, and I'll tell you exactly what you should do about it this week. Let's get into it. So first, what is an AI agent? You already know what a regular AI looks like. You open ChatGPT or Claude, you type a question, it gives you an answer. You ask another question, it answers that. It's reactive. It waits for you to ask something, then it responds. An AI agent is fundamentally different. Instead of waiting for you to guide it step by step, you give it a goal, and it figures out how to get there on its own. Let me give you a simple analogy. Imagine you hire a really smart assistant. Every time you need something, you call them and ask one specific question. That's a regular AI. Now imagine instead of calling them every time, you send them an email on Monday morning that says, "I need a full competitor analysis report by Friday," and then you don't hear from them again until Friday when they send you a 20-page report. They researched everything, compiled the data, wrote the analysis, and formatted it without you asking for each step. That is an AI agent. Now here's what makes it even more powerful. Modern AI agents don't just think, they can take actions. They can browse the internet, they can write and run code, update spreadsheets, book meetings, post content, all by themselves. And the most advanced ones don't even work alone. They run in what's called ultra mode, where one agent breaks a task down and assigns different parts to multiple sub-agents simultaneously. One thinks, one analyzes, one executes, one verifies. They work in parallel. It's like having an entire team, not just one assistant. That's the thing that changed. We went from AI that answers questions to AI that completes missions. Now let's get specific, because this is already happening in the real world right now across 3 major areas. The first one is customer support. Klarna, the buy now pay later company, deployed an AI agent for customer service. Within its first month, it was handling 2.3 million conversations. That's equivalent to the work of 700 full-time customer service agents. Resolution time dropped from 11 minutes to 2 minutes. Customer satisfaction actually went up. Klarna didn't hide this. They announced it publicly. And they are not the only one. Companies across banking, e-commerce, and telecom are quietly rolling out the same thing right now. The second area is software development. This one is going to hit particularly close to home if you're in tech. Tools like Claude Code and GitHub Copilot Workspace are no longer just suggesting code as you type. They are full AI coding agents. You describe a feature you want to build in plain English, and the agent writes the code, runs the tests, fixes the bugs, and prepares it for review. Developers aren't writing code anymore. They're reviewing code that an agent wrote. Senior engineers are increasingly spending their time directing agents and validating output, not building from scratch themselves. That's a massive shift in what it means to be a software developer. The third area, and this one is for everyone, not just techies, is business automation. There's a tool called N8N, and if you haven't heard of it, remember the name because it's growing fast. It lets you build AI agents visually, no coding required. You can create an agent that reads every new email in your inbox, decides whether it's a sales lead or spam, drafts a personalized reply, and logs the lead into your CRM, all automatically while you sleep. A one-person business can now operate with the efficiency of a team of 5, and a team of 5 can now do the work of 50. That's not the future. People are doing this today. Okay, let's talk about the thing you actually came here to understand. What does this mean for jobs? I'm going to give you an honest answer. Not a scary one and not a dismissive one that says, "Don't worry, AI will create more jobs than it destroys." That might be true eventually, but right now, in 2026, there is real disruption happening. Let me break it into 3 groups. The first group, jobs that are being replaced right now. If your role consists mainly of repeatable tasks that follow a predictable process, data entry, basic report generation, content moderation, tier 1 customer support, repetitive research, basic copywriting, AI agents can do that today, not as a future possibility, today. The second group, jobs that are evolving. This is the largest group and the most important one to understand. Roles in marketing, design, software development, finance analysis, project management. These aren't disappearing, but they are changing dramatically. The people who thrive in these roles over the next 3 years will be the ones who learn how to direct, manage, and verify AI agents rather than just doing the work themselves. Your value shifts from execution to judgment. Think of it like the introduction of spreadsheets. Accountants who embraced Excel didn't lose their jobs. They became dramatically more productive and more valuable. The ones who refused to learn it fell behind. AI agents are the same transition, just happening 10 times faster. The third group, jobs that are safe for now. Roles that require physical presence, deep human emotional connection, creative original thought, or complex judgment in unpredictable situations. Nurses, therapists, teachers, experienced senior leaders, founders. AI can assist here, but it cannot replace the human at the center of it. Now here's the most important line in this entire video, and I want you to really hear it. The people who lose jobs to AI agents will not be directly replaced by the AI. They will be replaced by another person, a person who knows how to use AI agents. That person can now do the work of 2, 3, or 5 people. And companies will hire one of them instead of 5 of you. That's the real threat. And it's also the real opportunity because you could be that person. So what do you actually do with this information? I'm not going to tell you to learn AI. That's too vague and too overwhelming. I'm going to give you 3 specific things you can do this week that will put you ahead of at least 80% of the people around you. Step 1. Run one experiment today. Pick one task you do regularly at work. Writing a weekly update, researching a topic, summarizing a document, drafting an email. Open Claude or ChatGPT and ask it to do that task for you. Don't guide it step by step. Give it the goal and see what it produces. Notice where it's good. Notice where it falls short. That gap between what it can do and what it can't is where your value currently lives. Understanding that gap is more valuable than any AI course you could take right now. Step 2. Learn what's possible before you need to. Go to YouTube and watch one tutorial on N8N or Claude Code or Zapier AI, whichever is most relevant to your work. You don't need to build anything. Just spend 30 minutes understanding the capability. When your manager asks whether this could automate something on your team, you want to be the person with the answer, not the person asking what N8N is. Step 3. Map one process in your job. Write down one task you do regularly that follows the same steps every time, step by step, from start to finish. If you can write it down as a clear process, an AI agent can probably do it. But, and this is the key, if you're the person who identified it and proposed the automation, you go from being the person at risk to being the person who saved the company money and time. That's a very different position to be in. Here's the truth about where we are right now. AI agents are not arriving next year. They are not a trend to watch. They are being deployed quietly, right now, inside companies you work at, companies you want to work at, and companies that compete with yours. The best time to understand this was a year ago. The second best time is today. You don't need to become a developer. You don't need to build AI agents yourself. You just need to understand what they are, what they can and can't do, and how to position yourself as the person who works with them rather than against them. That's the whole game right now. So, one question before you go. Tell me in the comments, which part of your daily work do you think an AI agent could handle first? I read every comment, and honestly, your answer might become my next video. If this gave you something useful, share it with one person who needs to hear it. And subscribe if you want to stay ahead of this stuff, because this space is moving faster than anyone expected. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care.